Hi, Ravish.
Hi Muniza.
Welcome
Hi
in
Tadka.
welcome in Glitz Vision Teleturka. So,
Vision.
tell us how has the experience so far been working with Star Plus and ZTV?
To be really honest, they are two different channels in terms of the content, which is aired.
Mm-hmm.
ZTV, of course, the sort of audience that ZTV has, it needs a lot of drama, it seems. This is what I have been experiencing on this show. That,
Yeah.
there is a lot of continuous drama, a lot of entertainment through drama that happens on ZTV.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as Star was concerned, because that was my first show, I could connect to the sort of story that was sort of story that we were promoting on Meri Bhabhi. It was a very realistic story,
Mm-hmm.
realistic characters, things that we can relate to on a very day-to-day basis.
Exactly.
So that was my experience on Star Plus. I could, very well connect, to the storyline that, I was a part of on Meri Bhabhi. Here, of course, there are differences, in terms of, the character is portrayed.
Mm-hmm.
But here, as I said, that, there's a lot of drama that is, that happens on ZTV.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's because, that's the sort of audience that we are catering to. That is, what ZTV has been having for so many years.
Yeah. I said on ZTV there is like they have like extra drama. It's like
Yeah,
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 they need
that's right, that's right.
yeah. So how do you choose your roles? What motivated you to play Vihaan Vatsal after playing Kunal of Meri Bhabhi?
Uh, but what makes me choose a role? Primarily, I just go with with the script. It has to
Mm-hmm.
really hit me. It has to really, make me connect emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'm not, on television, it is such a long journey, as far as, the show runs. So
Mm-hmm.
you really need to connect to a show emotionally to make, your audience watch it again and again.
Mm-hmm.
So I completely go with, my gut feeling when I hear, the drama story.
Mm-hmm.
That is what, makes me choose a drama. Then, of
Mm-hmm.
course, then there are other things that follow on, in terms of what role I am going to be playing, how much is that going to contribute to the storyline going further,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, so on and so forth, and how challenging is it going to be, how different is it going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because on television, shows run for a longer time. You want to make sure you're doing something different all the time and not being the same monotonous sort of character all the time.
Exactly.
um,
Yeah.
so that is also something that comes into play. And then again, as far as choosing Vihan was concerned, I think Vihan being the only, central character around, all these women, seven mothers, I think that is what really touched my heart. And I thought this is something different, something that had
Mm-hmm.
not come on television as of
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
That is what got me really connected to Vihan, and I thought there'll be it'd be wonderful to be a part of this show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I like the way you like wisely chose the character and even the channels like big channels Star Plus and ZTV. It's like good
Mm-hmm.
choice. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Tell us one thing about your co-star Mugdha and the talented actors who essay your seven on-screen mothers that viewers
Mm-hmm.
don't know.
See, Mukha is a very fine actor. She's a very good actor. She's been on television for really long. She's done hit shows.
Mm-hmm.
She's been a part of television shows. She's been around good senior actors, theater
Mm-hmm.
actors. So she's of course learned from from a lot of things around, and she's a very fine actor. She's a very fine co-actor to work with because she's extremely passionate about about acting. She's extremely passionate about films.
Mm-hmm.
So we share a good rapport, on that terms, and it makes the actor's job easier to connect with the co-actor and try to build a chemistry, because the moment you become friends with your co-actor, things become a little easier when you start working together in front of the camera. You don't have to really put an effort for the chemistry to come out. It happens gradually. So with Mugdha, I think I've been extremely lucky that we really clicked, and we've gelled really well. We've become good friends.
Yeah, that's nice.
And apart from that, with the seven mothers, I think as I said that this entire unit, the seven mothers, Arushi, Vihaan, we right from day one. With all the mothers, they're all such wonderful, people. They are, of course, senior actors, so you really have to make sure that you're respectful, and you have to maintain, a certain respect with each one of them, considering the number of years that they've spent in the industry, and the knowledge and the talented, and the talent that each one possess. So. Yeah, but I was made extremely comfortable with with them. I felt really comfortable because they made me feel like that. They made me feel very nice and warm. Right from Farida ji, she's of course a wonderful human being. She's very kind and she's very sweet to work with. Right from her to all the other mothers as well. I think it was just a great. It's been so far a great learning experience with each one of them, and I just hope that it continues that way.
Yeah, and Farida ji is most senior over there, right? So
yeah, she's the senior most amongst all of us.
So yeah, so given an opportunity, would you consider play a great character sometime in the future?
A grey character? Well, that also depends on a lot of factors. I haven't thought about it yet, but I'd really have to sit down, understand the script, understand where the character can go, what are the possibilities, and every single thing. So, I mean, it'll be a lot of thought that will go into making a decision about playing a grey character. But I'd love to. I mean, if it's something that I get convinced about, where the grey character can also be extremely convincing and positive as well. There are shades of grey characters which are extremely positive.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there'll be a lot of thought that will go into, making this decision. But, I mean, being an actor, I'd love to, play something different on screen sometime.
Yeah, so you will experience like different characters and all.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's good to do that. Okay. If you could change one thing about your character, what would it be?
About my character, Vihaan? If I would change, Vihaan started off really well. This is my personal, opinion. It started off really well. The character started off really well. The connect with the mothers and everything was, just wonderful. His extremely possessive and protective side of his mothers and everything was wonderful. But after a while, I thought that, after Vihaan gets married to Arushi and everything happened, and the whole thing about, one mothers finding, as in their tracks opening and then, their lives moving on. Somewhere I thought at that part, Vihaan had become, Vihaan was playing a blame game. He was trying to blame Arushi for every single thing that was happening. He wasn't taking personal responsibility of things that he could change. He wasn't taking responsibility of, of taking care of things himself, but he was just, for anything wrong that would happen, he would point a finger at Arushi and he would not look at the positive side of, things that were happening in the lives of his mothers. And he had become, very, he was very impulsive. He would not think as Vihaan. I mean, Vihaan wasn't like that. Being, an MD of a company, running a company all by himself, being a young businessman, entrepreneur.
Yes.
These posts don't come easily. There's a lot of intelligence and a lot of thought goes into somebody who's made an MD.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
these people as such by nature are not very impulsive. They take decisions after a lot of thought.
Mm-hmm.
They're very calm. They're very cool about things.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I thought that Vihan's personality had completely changed
Mm-hmm.
for that time being, and from there on, Vihan's character had also changed
Mm-hmm.
from what it was and from what it eventually is is happening in the show.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel that that is something that shouldn't have happened.
Mm-hmm.
So that is something that I can't relate to, and that is something that if it was in my hands, I would have changed that about Vihan, and I would have made him a more thought-provoking, a more thoughtful sort of a human being.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's so protective about his mother.
Mm-hmm.
He would, there would be a lot of thought that would go into carving their own lives as well and making them realize that life has to move on at some point in time.
Okay. What do you think of today's trends in social networking? Has it helped you in your career?
In my career, well, not as of now. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it hasn't helped as such. It's just my personal way of staying connected with people, who appreciate my work and who like to watch me on television. And yeah, so I mean, that's just my personal way of staying in touch with all the fans and
Mm-hmm.
all the loved ones.
Mm-hmm.
But apart from that, as of now, it hasn't really helped me in my career
In career,
because I
yeah.
am, as a person also, I'm not that active on these social networking websites. I just make it a point that, I just share things that, that I need to. I just thank all the
Mm-hmm.
important fans and all the loved ones. And I
Yeah.
share, bits and pieces, small moments, that make us happy, while shooting on
Mm-hmm.
set, because
Mm-hmm.
I feel that the audience is an integral part of the show as well. So they
Mm-hmm.
need to know about all the happy moments that we come
Yeah.
across, and we feel good about while shooting certain scenes.
Mm-hmm. And I
But
think you're.
yeah, so I mean, personally, I'm not very active on social networking websites.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so I mean, maybe that's one of the reasons that it hasn't helped me much in my career as of now.
Hmm. And I think you're dealing very like wisely. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I
yeah.
don't want to take that route because I
Yeah.
don't believe in that route. I believe that, I mean, what you are meant for will come to you,
Mm-hmm.
provided you work hard and you stay focused and you are honest to what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's all.
Totally
I mean,
agree.
I don't want to take that path. I've chosen a path to follow,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll try to stick to that path as long as I can.
Yeah. Okay. Name an actor on whom you have an acting crush on. Like you love his and her acting skills.
On television or
Mm,
in films as
yeah,
well?
any like film,
Okay,
TV.
films, would this include Hollywood as well or only
Mm-hmm.
Bollywood?
No, no. Hollywood, Bollywood, any actor.
Hollywood acting crush, I think I'm extremely crazy about Sylvester Stallone, and most
Yeah.
most of them know about this, that I'm a
Mm.
huge Rocky
Yes,
fan, and
yes.
his life and everything is so inspiring about him that I just I can just sit down and watch any of his movies a number of times. I think he's a great motivation. He's a great motivation to watch,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just great. I mean, I do have an acting crush on Sylvester Stallone, and as
Okay.
far as actresses are concerned, I think Julia Roberts
Mm-hmm.
is wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
So many things about Julia Roberts
Mm-hmm.
that you can just fall in love with, and you can just sit and watch her all day long.
What about TV? Indian TV. Do you have any?
Indian TV,
Mm-hmm.
well, we really don't get time to watch
I
that
know.
much of television.
Uh-huh.
We, for I think the last couple of months, I've barely seen my own show. So
Mm.
I've never sat down and I've never seen television shows as such.
Mm-hmm.
That would be really hard for me to even comment on.
Mm-hmm. What are your views on finite series, which is slowly gaining popularity amongst the Indian crowd?
Well, we haven't had those many finite series as of now. I mean, finite series, you mean, the 13 episodes and the 15
Mm-hmm.
episodes, which are telecasted, right?
Mm-hmm.
In
Yeah.
India, we haven't had that trend as of now. There have, 24 had come recently on Colors when
Yeah.
Anil Kapoor
Mm-hmm.
debuted on television. But
Yes.
apart from that, we haven't had such finite series.
Mm-hmm.
There have been, a couple of shows, I think, going on and off.
Mm-hmm.
But we haven't had that trend moving on as such. I think
Mm-hmm.
it would be a great idea to do that because
Yeah.
Zindagi, which is being aired in India,
Mm-hmm.
with all the Pakistani shows, I think it's a wonderful concept. You have
Yeah.
short stories,
Yeah, very short.
you
Yeah.
shoot, on Zindagi. There's a channel called Zindagi which is aired in India.
Yeah.
All the Pakistani shows are aired on that channel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a wonderful concept because for an actor also it doesn't get monotonous. You're
Mm-hmm.
involved for say about 50 episodes or 40 episodes for a show,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what the script is, so you can prepare accordingly. It is shoot peacefully.
Mm-hmm.
So there are so many factors. I mean, there is so much of creativity involved in that, and nothing is taken for granted. Nothing is shot in a hurry.
Mm-hmm.
The actors get their time, the director gets their time, and
Mm-hmm.
everything is well planned, and there's a nice preparation that goes into it. I think we need to get into it now.
Yeah.
We need to start focusing into that, and not get into these infinite shows that go on for 2, 3, 5 years, 7 years. So I mean, we would rather make good work
Mm-hmm.
with lesser episodes of series, focus number of series,
Mm-hmm.
and make a mark into television, because television slowly is losing all the creative aspects. We are all shooting, but
Yeah.
where is Indian television going? That is
Yeah.
what my personal opinion is. Where is Indian
Yeah.
television going? We are making the same sort of shows. Everything is revolving around the same subject.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually it all boils down to what happens to the Gar Ki Bahu. What
Yeah.
happens to the Saas, what happens to the mothers.
Uh-huh.
Eventually, that is what is happening. We are not very subjective about what we want to give to the audience. See, because
True.
we've been fueling the audience with this sort of stuff for so many years, the audience has become used to it.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point in time, we need to break the ice, and then we need to start giving them something different. It will take time.
Mm.
Things take time. Change is always difficult. It takes time. But
Mm.
eventually, when you fuel them the right stuff, they will show interest into, something different as well. So we need to take a chance on television.
Exactly. But most of the audience need this kind of drama and all in India,
Yeah, that's
especially.
exactly what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Because we've been fueling them with this sort of drama for so long.
Exactly. Exactly.
This is right from the time when Indian television began. Kyunki
Mm-hmm.
Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi, and
Yeah.
the whole Balaji trend that began. Since
Mm.
then, we've been fueling them with this stuff.
Exactly.
Because we've been fueling them with this stuff, they're so used to getting
Yeah.
this sort of things on
Yeah.
television.
Now they have to
We've
change.
never
Yeah.
we've never tried something different.
Exactly.
Once in a while somebody came in, they tried something different, it did not work, so they just stopped.
Mm-hmm.
There needs to be a complete change in trend about what sort of shows
Mm-hmm.
are we promoting.
Mm-hmm. Okay, as you have mentioned about Pakistani shows, if you will get an offer, you will work, will you?
A Pakistani show?
Mm-hmm. If you will get any
Yeah,
offer.
I'd love to. I think they just
Okay.
portray amazing concepts.
Next question is, television is said to be very demanding. How do you cope with the pressure?
So
Yeah.
what I was trying to say is that
Mm-hmm.
once you do one show, I mean, you mentally and physically get accustomed to, where the shooting happens, and, of all the pressures of television and everything. So you
Mm-hmm.
slowly start handling stuff. You
Mm-hmm.
slowly start, prioritizing on what is more important and what is not. And eventually you will, get used to the pressures of television.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay, Ravish. Next question is, tell us what's the most valuable lesson this industry has taught you?
This industry industry. I mean, it's I'm quite new to the industry
Yeah,
now,
still.
so I mean, I'm still an amateur, so I wouldn't say I wouldn't want to comment on that actually. So it's
Mm-hmm.
too early for me to comment on that.
Okay. Okay. So, any message to your fans?
For my fans, I
Mm-hmm.
think thank you so much. Thank you so much for connecting with me. Thank you so much for all
Mm-hmm.
the appreciation. Uh, it is if it wouldn't have been for all the motivation that you guys send me, for all the love that you guys send me,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would have been able to continue and get to where I am as of now.
Mm-hmm.
So it is just your motivation that pushes me harder every single day and makes me want to work harder and get better.
Mm-hmm.
As an actor. So thank
Mm.
you so much for all the love.
Yeah.
Keep loving me.
Yeah. I think all love you a lot. And
Thank you.
thank you so much, Ravish. And it's
No
really
problem.
pleasure talking with you. Wish you all the love.
Okay.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much. Okay. Bye bye.
Thank you. God bless.
Okay.
Bye.